If you are a lash artist, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are just looking to grow, this is the channel for you. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you guys so much for continuing to watch my videos. And I am so excited about today's video. So today's video is gonna be all about Amazon products. It's gonna be all about lash products that you can buy on Amazon, what I think you should buy on Amazon, and what worked for me in the past. So keep watching. Okay, so I definitely don't want to send the wrong message out there or a confusing message in any way, but I do have my own lash brand, Flourish Lashes, as most of you guys already know. But my objective with this video is to really help mostly beginners, because most people who are experienced lash artists and who are really just striving to make their sets better or just improve their business generally buy from lash brands because due to the quality, it's obviously better. But when you are starting off, you definitely want to focus more on placement. You want to focus more on skill and just growing your talent and just kind of focusing on how to just get better, right? So generally we do lean towards Amazon because it's cheaper and we don't want to waste too many products, and I totally understand that. So that's why I'm doing this video today, because I want to show you guys exactly what you can buy at a good quality from Amazon, but definitely at a budgeted price, because I definitely did my own trial and error with Amazon and I definitely want to eliminate that for you guys. So this video is all about the products that I think are worth it on Amazon, and I think you can get a good feel for practice and all that kind of stuff. You can even try it on clients. You can definitely get your foot in the door with these guys from Amazon. Okay, yeah, so when I started lashing, I definitely did buy stuff on Amazon. I didn't really know much about products. I wasn't taught much about quality and things like that, but I definitely steered towards Amazon because it was definitely a cheaper option, and I didn't want to spend $35 on a lash tray when they were $10 on Amazon. So I did some trial and error. I definitely bought some good ones, bought some bad ones, and to be honest, they definitely did last me a while, and I was doing lashes for a good amount of time with using Amazon products. But obviously as you learn and you want to improve, you do realize that there are better quality products out there. Not against Amazon in any way, shape, or form, but just remember that you do get what you're paying for. So that being said, let's just get into it. Okay, so for our first product, let's just dive right into it. All about lashes. So I actually did use some really good lashes from Amazon for a while, and I'm talking about volumes right now. So I had done some research and I definitely tried a few brands on Amazon, but the one that I really liked and it actually worked for me was this brand right here. Okay, so I don't know exactly how to say this, but it's called like QL, Q-U-E-W-E-L. I think it's really popular. I know on lash groups and stuff, I've seen people talk about this brand before, and I actually got my fair share of lashing out of these trays. I think they're great. They definitely fan really nicely and they work really well. Obviously the downside of using Amazon products sometimes is, not all the time, but sometimes it's the consistency. And I know for myself is that when I started using these lashes, they were great up until they weren't. So I definitely had some inconsistencies with them. Sometimes one tray would be amazing and then the other tray would be like kinked and like they wouldn't pull off the tray or the strip properly, and they'd have glue coming off with them, and it was a disaster. But like I said, this is obviously a cheaper alternative and you get what you pay for, but I definitely recommend these guys if you're looking for volume lashes on Amazon. So they definitely range between like, I think like $10 to like $9. Some of them are a little bit cheaper depending on the diameter you get and the length. I guess the ones that don't sell as often are a little bit cheaper, and then the ones that are more popular, like your 12 millimeters, 13 millimeters in like 0.03s or whatever the case is, are a little bit more expensive. And when I say more expensive, I mean like $11.99. So you can definitely get a nice range of lashes with a really good budget, to be honest. It's definitely affordable. And then they also have a good range between C's, D's, 0.03s all the way up to 0.10s. I actually haven't used anything higher than a 0.10 from them, because I have another brand that I like for classics. But just talking about this guy right now, the only other thing you got to look out for with this brand is that they sell out very quickly. So if you see a tray that you want, just get it immediately, because I've had instances where you want to purchase like a 0.5 12 millimeter and they're completely out of stock, and sometimes it takes a little while to get back in. But I do recommend these guys for volume lashing. Okay, and I do want to say that I am in Canada, so all of the pricing I'm talking about is Canadian, so it will be a little bit cheaper if you're looking at it in USD, but everything I'm saying right now is actually Amazon.ca, but you can find it on Amazon.com as well. I'm just not sure of the exact pricing. But you know what I'll do? I'll link everything down in the description with the Amazon.com as well as Amazon.ca. Okay, so next product is lashes as well, but in terms of classic lashing. So I went through a bunch of different brands for classic lashes, and I think this was the trickiest one for me to find. But there is this brand called Nagaraku, I think that's how you say it, but it's this guy right here. These ones are really, really good, but I do prefer their flat lashes over their regular classic lashes. So their ellipse lashes, those are the ones that I would definitely use way more often. They were such good quality. They worked really, really well. The downside only was that when I realized after I started doing a bunch of sets that the finish was a little bit off. Like it had more of a, I want to say like a plasticky finish a little bit, but to be honest, it wasn't even that bad. It worked really, really well for me. Another inconsistency, if you will, is just that I had ordered a few trays of flat lashes and they actually sent me classic lashes, and it happened a couple times. So that's where, you know, you start to see the downfall in the brand, because again, inconsistencies, right? But again, you get what you pay for. So these ones are super, super cheap. Again, they range in terms of what you purchase, like what length and diameter. So they come in the 0.15s as well as the 0.20s. C's, D's, I only purchase C's and D's, but they definitely come in a nice range of lengths. So depending again on which length you pick, usually it's the length that changes in price, but it could be like $8.99 up to like $10.99. It doesn't really go much more than that, to be honest, but again, you got to make sure that there's stock, because they do sell out really quickly. Okay, and then if you're actually just not into flat lashes and you actually like classic lashes better, then I do recommend the same brand for classic lashes, because I've gotten a few, like I said, and they worked really well. They were great, but this is just the trait with all classic lashes, is that they were really, really crunchy, and they definitely have that like harder texture to them, but they do hold their curl really well, which is obviously an upside to having like crunchier lashes or thicker lashes, if you will. But the finish on the actual classic lashes was better than the flat lashes. They had more of a luster to them, but like a natural luster. Just again, the inconsistencies are a little bit off, so you want to make sure that you prepare yourself for that if you are going to go down this route. Okay, next. So this one is a little bit like, I almost didn't want to talk about this because I definitely don't want to promote this because I've been through it myself, but if you guys are out there looking for this stuff, I think this is important to know. So when we're talking about adhesive, I definitely I'm very passionate about adhesive, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong with adhesive. So that's why we obviously created our own adhesive. But I will say that the For Belly adhesive, the Pro Care, I believe it's called, right here, this one is actually a pretty good adhesive. I've used this a lot of times when I first started lashing. It's a little tiny bottle, but it does do the job really well. And I think that when you're just starting off, when you're just starting to learn, I think that you don't necessarily want to, again, spend a ton of money on products where you don't know exactly what you're doing yet. So I definitely recommend this guy. It worked really, really well for me. At the time, I had no idea what dry time was, what humidity range was, or anything like that. So this worked for me whatever time of the year it was. The only thing, again, like I said, is inconsistency. So this one is $24, again, Canadian, but I did have bottles where they just didn't work at all, and I had to just repurchase another bottle, and then it worked. But obviously I lost like $24, but I mean, again, glue can go up to like $80, $90, sometimes even $100. So $24 compared to that is a huge difference. So you're really taking a risk when you're buying something like that, because you have to just take the loss if it doesn't work out the way you want it, right? So I mean, definitely try it out if you're looking for an adhesive. This one is the one I do recommend. That being said, there is another one which is super popular, and at the time when I first started lashing, this is like the adhesive that everyone was talking about, was the Sky Glue. The Sky Glue is a lot cheaper. It's like $13.99 or something like that, but the Sky Glue I feel is extremely high in fumes, and I did have a lot of complaints from clients that use this. I used it like once, and it just wasn't like, I just didn't like it because I guess my clients were a little bit more sensitive, and they could tell that there was something different, and it just came down to like the fumes, and it like irritated a little bit. Obviously it was gone after, but it was just in that moment, it was just a little bit more, they just noticed it a little bit more, which I didn't like, honestly. So I switched back to the For Belly and then just took the risk with that. But obviously, again, like both of these adhesives definitely don't focus more on anything like low fumes or anything like that. They're gonna have higher fumes because they're cheaper adhesives, right? So you're not getting quality in that sense. But again, practicing, it's totally fine. Okay, so then now we're talking about under eye gel pads. So I totally recommend you can get your under eye gel pads from Amazon. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a specific brand that's super popular. It's this guy here. They're called 𝐷𝐤𝐻, I believe it is. I feel like everyone has these under eye gel pads. They're, again, super popular. They're just under eye pads that come in one size. They don't have any variations to them, really. There's a bunch of different buying options for these, but you can find one, like I know I have one right here on Amazon.ca that's 100 pairs for $9.99, and it's on Prime, so it just depends. So I'm gonna obviously link the Canadian one and the US one down here too. Okay, my next one is mascara wands. So I personally still get my mascara wands from Amazon because it's just, you get a nice large pack for such a good price. You just might as well. And I don't think, like, these are like disposable items, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. So I would usually get, I don't buy one specific one. It just kind of whatever works at the time, because you know they're always changing, like what's on top, what's at the bottom, so, or what's on Prime at that time, whatever the case is. So the one I have here is 300 for $16.99. So this is honestly such a great value pack for me. I just keep them, store them, and then just keep using them. There's different colors. There's some options you can pick from, or there's like the variety pack that just has a bunch of different colors in it. If you're not too picky, honestly, I just get the variety pack that has the other colors in them because you get more. And then glue rings. So some people use jade stones, some people use tiles, some people use glue rings. So these are for my people that use glue rings. I love getting glue rings off Amazon. They are super cheap, and it comes in a nice large pack, and you don't need to worry. You just re-up whenever you have to. It's literally 200 that you get for $10.99, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think the quality is great, and it's something that you always need, right? It's disposable. So I think disposable stuff is okay to just get on Amazon, honestly. Like I said, I didn't put, like, this is all just about glue rings right now, but honestly, I didn't really put jade stones in here just because I don't recommend you buy your jade stones on Amazon, just because it's like more of an expensive product and you want to make sure you're getting something good quality. But you guys let me know. This is such a debate. I know like some people use jade stones, some people use glue rings, and it's totally preference. But comment down below what your favorite is, because I want to definitely know what majority people like. If it's jade stones, if it's glue rings, if it's lash tiles, if it's those marble slabs, like whatever works for you. Comment down below what you guys use. Okay, so moving on to like some of the bigger items. So lash beds. I always recommend, you can totally get your lash bed on Amazon. My lash bed is from Amazon. There's a specific brand, it's called Green Life. Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's called Green Life. I think they do a few different types of lash beds. Honestly, the lash bed is totally preference. Check out the reviews, but this one here is the one I found and I recommended. The one I personally have, I don't think they have it on Amazon anymore because it was a few years back, but this looks literally very similar to mine, and it comes with, it's like the massage bed, and it comes with a bunch of little gadgets like the headpiece, the neck piece. I think it comes with like a little bag. It's like all the little things for like a massage bed, right? And it comes in a bunch of different colors too, so there's that option. This one is $164, but this is for the black one. I know if you switch it up, if you don't want to get the attachments and stuff, it could be a little bit cheaper. Sometimes the other colors are a little bit cheaper, so you can check it out. But again, the link will be in the description below as well. So you don't need to go crazy and start looking all over the place for lash beds. I think it's totally fine to get your lash bed on Amazon. Okay, and then next is your ring light. So ring lights are, I mean, this is something that's a little bit personal preference as well, because some people use ring lights, some people use other types of lights, diva lights. There's so many different light options, but I had wanted a ring light from the beginning just because I did makeup at the time and then some videos. So the ring light came really in handy for me, but I didn't actually buy my ring light specifically for lashing. It was for other uses. So I got my ring light on Amazon. Again, I can't find the one that I got because it was like 4 years ago I got it. Or no more than that, like 6 years, 7 years ago. I got it a really long time ago. But this one here, this is the one I recommend. It's the newer, the brand is called Newer ring light. This one is $169 and you get all the attachments. So you get like the camera attachment if you want to record stuff, because people obviously, like when you're doing marketing and stuff, you can totally record your lash sets, and this ring light comes really in handy for things like that. And then it comes with a little bag, the tripod, and all that. This one here is a little bit more expensive. It's $169, but it's because it's the 18-inch ring light. It's the bigger ring light. This is the one I have, and I'm so happy I got the bigger one, because when you have the smaller one, sometimes when you're lashing, it doesn't cover the full surface, because if the ring light, like for me, my ring light is on one side of my bed, so I have to put it over so that way it gets the full I get the full space and I get the light shining on both eyes. But if you get a smaller ring light and you do it over, sometimes it'll only get the light the side that you're putting it on. So I think the bigger ring light is always a better option. If you can budget for something like that, I suggest you do. Okay, so those are all the products I have for you guys today. These are just some products that I personally liked on Amazon. So if there's anything else that you guys want to know about specific products, comment down below. Let me know. I can totally do a part 2, or let me know what you guys like on Amazon, and I'd love to check it out just to see what other options there are, because I know there are so many things slowly creeping up on Amazon about lashes. So definitely comment down below what you guys like. So I do want to say too, like, this is something that I'm super passionate about. I know this is a little bit different from what I normally talk about, because we at Flourish for sure definitely strive for quality products. And honestly, the reason I even created Flourish was really just to give people quality products at an affordable price. And a lot of it came from the fact that I used to buy stuff on Amazon, and you don't necessarily know what you're buying. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know what's in it sometimes. You don't know what the quality is, right? So that's exactly why we created Flourish. I wanted to have a brand where people can definitely find Amazon pricing, or that type of budget would work with really, really high quality products where you didn't actually have to sacrifice the quality of your sets, the quality of your work, to just fit within your budget, because I know how expensive it can be. And especially now with the way the lash world is changing, it's expanding, it's getting a little bit trickier to find yourself in such a saturated market that's getting to that point. So you definitely want to make sure you find a brand where you're able to give your clients that quality work, because at the end of the day, the products you use, they totally reflect who you are and what your lash brand says about you as a lash artist, right? Your clients definitely take into consideration what is being put on them. And I know when I started using our Flourish products and we started creating that, my clients definitely saw a difference from using the Amazon products. It was things that, like, I was shocked that my clients could even tell, like from the glue, from the lashes, even just the way they brushed them, they felt them, they knew, right? So definitely use the Amazon products to start, use the Amazon products to practice, but see where you want to be in terms of quality, and then make sure you're able to find a brand that offers you the quality you want to give to your clients. Okay guys, that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye!